Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the Open Book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and welcome to my live premiere. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you have not hit it already, please hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed, click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell because you just never know when I'm going to go live. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. Y'all, we have arrived to the weekend. I am excited about it. I started a new position today, so I made it through my first day. Thank the Lord. Oh my goodness. And I am so grateful to God for that job. Now, I have been keeping up with some things that have been taking place recently in the Latruth sector. And on my way home today, something just came to me after watching a live. And I'm so grateful to even see amends being made. And y'all already know that it was my desire, even for like a ceasefire per se. To work towards peace. Okay. Now, of course, a lot of things have been done, have been said that is hurtful. I'm pretty sure to the people involved in those situations. But over time, I pray that there will be forgiveness, that hearts will be healed, and that this will be used. Some of the things that we've seen take place will be used as really to teach a lesson, for the future. In the last video I did, where I gave a shout out to Brianna and Latruth, I kind of shared with you all how I came into this story. So if y'all want to see that part, you can go watch that particular video, because I wanted to touch on something in this live as we seemingly, sum up this story, per se. Because y'all, hey, we thought it was over. How many times? Okay. And then it keeps going and going and going and going like the never ending story. Okay. So seemingly ending, with people trying to come together, and it's almost like life is full circle. And I wanted to discuss some things that from the heart of a moderator in this. And also, we are in Big Brother season. How many of you watch Big Brother? Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat if you watch Big Brother. Oh my goodness. Okay. So kind of explaining something from Big Brother and how I've found some similarities in what we've been facing going on the 2-year mark, okay, with the whole Latruth sector, this story / reality show / whatever y'all event, whatever we want to call it by now, okay? With Big Brother, those of you who don't watch it or have not watched it, the goal is to get to the final prize, which is $750,000. There's a first place winner, and then there's a runner up. And I believe the runner up gets, is it 50? I think 50,000, something like that. And you all go into this house. So you have multiple people playing a game to win a prize. Okay. And the catch to this is you have to be smart in how you play the game. When the players first come into the house, everyone is so excited because of the possibilities, potential of winning this prize. There is money involved, okay? All of the players come from different parts of life, different parts of the country, okay? Some may need the money, and some may not. Some just may be a fan, okay, and they're in it. Some don't even need the money, okay, and they're in it. And some really do. This money could change their life, and they're in it. So when they first get in there, it's hard to tell who you can trust because you don't know anyone. You just see a bunch of smiling faces. You're excited because y'all all have one agenda. Okay. Now, as the game progresses, because you have to have a head of household, each week it changes. And this head of household can put up two players, one will get eliminated. Now, that person has a chance to fight during the power of veto, and they can, if they win it, they can take themselves off what they call the block, and then someone else has to replace them. And now the rest of the house gets to vote out who they want to, the consensus. Now, in getting, you would think, okay, that's simple enough. Everybody, we all have the same agenda. Okay, we have two people up there. We're all going to vote the same way, blah, 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 blah. Now, what ends up happening is people begin to form alliances with people that they don't even know. Some do it too soon. Okay? So they find themselves on day one. Hey, me and you, we're going to go to the end together. Okay, they're happy. Then you have other people. They kind of wait around to see who to align with. Now, there have been times where one person has aligned themselves with multiple alignments. Okay, they're playing for two teams. Okay, because teams can knock out others faster. The more of you together, you can knock out others a little faster. And then it comes a time when you voted out as many people as you can, and now you have to look around and you have nothing but alliance members. So now you have to determine, how can I keep my integrity, but at the same time, I have to now play against you. So some people don't know how to do that. They start to break trust and tell on other people that was in their alliance or in an alliance so that other people will join them. And so it kind of turns into a nasty game. What happened though this past week, it was so funny. This lady who I want out, I want her to get up out of there. Okay. I want her out, but she won HOH. So she's all excited. I'm all mad. Well, this other guy, he had a power that she didn't even know about. Well, his power was whoever is the HOH will think that they're making the decisions. However, with this special power, he was able to run the game behind the scenes. But other people, okay, thought she was the one making the decisions. So she had two people in mind to put up on the block. Guess what? He put up on the block who he wanted to, and they had an AI picture of her on the screen with her voice, putting up the people he said, and she's like, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So now, after that, if someone won veto and they took themselves off, any of the nominees on the block, guess what? He had the power to choose who went on the block, not her. So, with that said, in this particular, I'm sorry, my kids, y'all, it's Friday. Thank y'all for being patient. My children, I just told them I'm on a recording. Y'all know how it goes, those of you who follow me. So, in this particular story, things started off as everyone together until we noticed that there were two varying things taking place. Okay. There were people who believe the wife, Brianna, and people who believe Latruth, the husband. And eventually things broke off into teams or alliances. Okay. And there was once upon a time like this game, like, oh my goodness, trying to knock out the other one and so forth. Then it seemed like it moved from trying to knock everyone else out across the lines until it moved into people that were aligned together had to, or felt like, or just happened, turning on each other that were once in the same alliance. And it became hurtful to see that. I believe that the agenda that everyone had was pushed back to the back burner. And then other agendas started moving forward, in my opinion. And it became hard to watch. It became hard to watch because this isn't a reality show. I know I said that in the opening that, oh, the reality show. The reality of it is this is real life. This is real life. Big Brother is a game. But when we're playing with each other's hearts, each other's emotions, it is real life. Now, in the beginning of this thing, especially when it moved, well, okay, and I think some more of us, I started off on the Facebook side of this, and eventually I started seeing there were more and more content creators heading over to the YouTube side. And so I started coming more to YouTube and following a lot of content creators who were covering the Latruth and Brianna's story. And like I said, I was pretty much a supporter of trying to see justice for a man who I felt was wrongly accused. Okay. And that was my focus. Okay. And I thought that was all of our focus, is to see if he could become vindicated in this matter. And there were, y'all know, a lot of things taking place, moving pieces in all of this, which I don't really have to go into from this part. Now, I remember, because I never knew what a moderator was. I would just every once in a while see people with a little blue wrench next to their name. I was like, okay, what can they do with that? Oh my goodness. So that little wrench has some power. It doesn't have all power, but you have the power to block. You have the power to time out people. You have the power to see comments that other people can't see, to either hide them or unhide them. You have the power to slow down the chat, things of that sort. Pin comments in some cases. And one day, I became a moderator in Amber's chat out of the blue. So I'm going to start going through names, because they are names of people who entrusted me to be their moderator. This was back in the beginning. Amber was actually the first person to make me a mod. I did not know what I was supposed to do with that wrench at the time. I can't remember who was next. So the order, y'all, may be a little off. But after Amber, I know I became a mod for Royal D Brown, Lupac, Retta, Upper, Big Cheese. Who else, y'all? Oh my goodness. Trying to remember, y'all. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm trying to remember. Oh, y'all. Tim in break room 411. I told y'all, charge it to my head. Trying to think who else. Oh my goodness. Let me think. Anyone else? Y'all put in the chat if I'm leaving out something. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to do that. Okay. Even recently, Shelly Shell, Lolo, only the info only wait, Lolo, I don't want to mess with the new name. It was only one Lolo with the info. Let's see. And I believe that's it. I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. And so, first of all, if someone makes you a moderator, I always count it an honor. And I want to personally say thank you. Thank you for entrusting me to be a moderator for your channel. Thank you. Because you didn't have to do that. Okay. And like I said, I didn't even know what I was doing. But I did take it seriously. Okay. And so a lot of people started knowing me as open book in different chats because I modded for many people. And I'm trying not to get emotional. And throughout, oh, man, now I gotta get together. And this is being recorded, y'all. Sorry. Okay. And I had fun doing it. Now, during that time, oh my goodness, the Beehive side were called bees. And I even hate to see that or say that, I should say, but that's how we refer to them. And so we spent a lot of time we spent a lot of time in the comments having to block. And I'm sorry, my bee free having to block bees from, coming over and interrupting the chat. So we did a lot of that. But I believe when you mod for someone, you pretty much want to be in alignment with the vision of that content creators that they have for that channel. Okay. And so what started happening, remember earlier I was saying where within the same alliances, there started being some conflict, okay, taking place where the lines became blurred. And I'm speaking, I don't know if it was like this for other mods, but I'm speaking from my heart. And there were times when content creators would have disagreements and so forth. And it put the mods or the subscribers in a position of what do I do? Because am I going to look like a traitor or no loyalty if I go into this chat and mod for this person? Or is it okay for me to mod for this person? Although while I'm in there, they're talking about another person that I mod for. And it put me and probably some others in difficult positions. Because although we still support the content creators, there were times when we did not support what they were saying or doing. If that makes sense. I want y'all to think about that. And so sometimes you did have to make a decision. Sometimes that decision was to keep peace. And some people may not have understood that. Sometimes it was just becoming overwhelming. Okay. I've tried to give up my wrench to a couple of content creators and tell them to just unmod me. They would. Thank you. And so recently, it's like life is full circle. That's the vision that I saw. Even today, during the time in Lupak's her panel, I went into the chat. I went into the chat, and lo and behold, I was still a mod. Some chats I hadn't been in. Okay, y'all remember, let me go back. Remember I said that Amber was the first one to mod me? Y'all, one day when she was doing like a to bring peace with her and some of the other ladies, and it was much respect for that, to see that. So all I did, I didn't even realize that it was on that particular channel. And I went in there and I said, much respect. Lo and behold, that wrench was still attached to my name. I'm like, oh Lord. All of this time, I didn't even know it was still there. I went into Retta's chat. No, actually, Retta, I was in the bushes, but then I had I went to another tab. It was on mute. Forgot I was in the bushes. They said, somebody sent me a message and said, you just won a membership in Retta's chat. I said, what? So I went in there to say thank you. Y'all, the wrench was still there. And it's been a minute. And I said that to say thank you. Some I asked to mod me, and they did. Hey, I respect your decision to do that because I asked. Some unmodded me. I respect your decision to do that. And then some left it. Now, whether that was on purpose or accident. Oh my God, it was good to see because it brought life back. It seemed like in this whole saga, full circle. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. And anything that I do for others, I take it seriously. Y'all, I'm trying to get through this video. I didn't realize I was going to be so emotional doing this. Thank you, babe. Look, my husband brought me tissue. And even when I choose, oh, thank you. I'll just leave it here. Thank you. Even when I choose mods, I try to choose wisely because mods carry, and if you are a mod, it's a very, I don't know, it's not, I'm not going to put just such a weight on it, but it is important of how you conduct yourself while modding for someone else's channel. Your attitude could cause or break people from coming back. You know how you are. People feel how you treat them. They can feel that. They can feel if you're cold. They can feel if you're warm. And some of you, well, a lot of you, I haven't even seen or met, but I feel like throughout this, we've created some form of a bond. I've seen your names in chats for almost 2 years. I pray that there will be peace, the things that are taking place. I pray that it will continue. Congratulations to those of you who have started the new channels and have made me a mod in this year. And those of you who are moving forward with your channel, I pray good success to you. Know that if you see me sometimes in a chat with a person that you don't like, know that I may support a person, but that doesn't always mean that I support what they do or say. That's not me. That's that person. And which brings me to this. So remember when there was a form of peace being made across the lines, right? And I can say that, some of the very people that you think are, because all we knew was the beehive is bees, right? I want to say thank you to some of those bees. That's why we cannot put labels on people. We have to give people a chance. They are real people. I know that's so funny. And y'all, it shocked me one time. I was doing an interview with Mom of Three. An interview, Michelle Loud interview, but Mom of Three came into my chat and she was just engaging and talking. And I was like, oh, I remember her from the Morris chat. And I was so grateful. Then she just kept coming to the chat and being so supportive. Thank you, sis. I really appreciate that. Felicia, I went into her live one day and was talking, and she learned about my book and bought a paperback and ebook version. Thank you, Felicia. I thank those that support me, y'all. I do. And I'm grateful. And I like to support people who have supported me. And that should be how we do it. No, we're not going to always agree. No, we're not going to always get along. That's life. Be careful about how you do this thing called life, not just a game. Use your discernment about people who you allow close to you. When God gives you an inkling that it's time to move on, move on. If he tries to break a tie, allow him to do that. Listen to his voice, because sometimes some things just expire. It doesn't have to always be a negative. Sometimes it's just time a new season has arrived, or it's time to go a different path. So it doesn't always have to be a negative against people. We have to do what's best for us. This is real life and it's not a game. Y'all, thank you just so much for joining this evening, this Friday evening. I hope that you all are blessed. Hope you heard my heart. Y'all didn't know it was going to be this emotional. I had to pause a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh. But this truly came from my heart. It really did. And I just wanted to get it out. Okay, since we all trying to kind of close this thing, I was like, well, let me do my closure. And so I wanted to do this video, but I thank you all so much for joining tonight. Make sure you hit the like if you want to send a super chat, super sticker to bless the host, or even the Cash App. Hey, it's posted. You can help me reach my goal. You know how we do. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining, and I pray that you all have a fantastic, wonderful weekend.
I want to say something. Make sure you listen to us at Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yes, you heard it right here from Micah Man. Y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.